how does
Discover nature's consciousness, a journey into mindful connection and respect with our environment.
All of us, when we have a thought about anything, it arrives in our minds. We always say, I had a thought the other day. It didn't just appear, it arrived from somewhere. And then we have to ask, well, where did it arrive from? And this is this whole thing about this web of connectivity with all things, with all beings, whether they're plants, rocks, trees, plants, people, animals, whatever they are, we are all connected in this intricate web, which we call nature. And so it's about understanding that and having an awareness of that, and also respecting that connection and that relationship that we do have. And therefore you start to live your life in a more intentional and more aware way, and you're very careful about how you move through the world. I'm careful about how I interact with trees. I wouldn't just go and pick a leaf off a tree. I would be very careful about how I interact with trees and plants, because I regard them as having this consciousness, having this sentience. And we know that plants and trees do have a sentience because they use the mycelium layer underneath the soil to transmit information to other plants and trees in the area. They can redirect nutrients to help a tree that's struggling for nutrients to grow better. Plants are able to redirect, and trees are able to redirect nutrients through the mycelium layer under the soil. So we know that they have a sentience. They are intelligent. They have an ability to, in how they live their lives. They have a will almost. And the same with things like fungi and mushrooms. Fungi are intelligent. They're able to solve simple problems, even sort of complete mazes and figure out quite complex problems. So we know that there is a consciousness there is a sentience, and I think being aware of that helps you to behave in a different way with plants and trees. And that's part of my green witchcraft really. That's a big part of that. It's all around plant magic and how we cooperate rather than exploit plants and trees.
And I think people felt it throughout the history. Like you said, we all are connected. We don't feel good if we need to cut a big tree, and even small tree, just in general, to harm the tree. And